Continuous profiling is probabilistic, which differs from our deterministic profiling, which is, well, deterministic. Let's break it down. What's the real difference? And why should you care when improving your app's performance? The deterministic tools of Blackfire rely on a selection mechanism to target specific requests or CLI scripts. You could explicitly ask for a specific request to be profiled using the browser extension. Blackfire monitoring uses a sampling rate to decide whether it should collect information or not. In all cases, and when a request is selected, our probe starts collecting data from the very first function being called to the very last. Depending on the case, it will collect the minimal amount of data for a monitoring trace, an intermediate amount for the monitoring extended trace, and the maximal amount possible for a full deterministic profile. The overhead differs for each type of data sample. The larger the sample size, the higher overhead. Continuous profiling relies on a time-based mechanism and collects data at specific intervals. When the continuous profiling clock ticks, our probe collects information about the functions currently being executed on all threads. It gathers its call stack and its contribution to the available dimensions. The data collection process is continuous, hence its name, continuous profiling. Yet, the fact that data is actually collected a certain number of times a second strongly limits the overhead, making it extremely valuable. The default sampling frequency is 100 Hz, which means the continuous profiler probe collects information 100 times per second. So, why is continuous profiling probabilistic? It's because the quality of the information relies on the quality of the sample. Depending on your traffic, you might need a large enough sample or time frame to get an accurate representation of your real code execution. Both approaches have their strengths and weaknesses. One is not better than the other. It all depends on the instrumented languages and your understanding of the data. For deterministic profiling, its strength lies in precision and facilitating meticulous script analysis. But it is resource intensive, leading to a considerable overhead and potential data overload, making analysis potentially tedious. Probabilistic profiling is lightweight and scalable, tailored for holistic application of a site. However, its periodic snapshots might miss rapid function calls, yielding a not-so-perfect application map. Deterministic and probabilistic profiling each hold value within the development process. The former delivers a thorough and detailed view, while the latter offers a wider, more adaptable perspective. Your next step is now to configure continuous profiling on your applications.